Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So it's been a while. You guys been asking me how to create a digital marketing resume, or you guys been asking how to create an ATS-friendly digital marketing resume for a while. So I thought that in today's video, I'll show you guys the easiest way to create an ATS-friendly resume. It follows almost all the principles of ATS-friendly resume, and it's very easy to do also. I'll show you with a live example on how to create an ATS-friendly resume. So yeah, let's see how it's done. So before we understand how to create an ATS friendly resume, we need to know what exactly is ATS friendly resume, right? So what exactly happens is that, so when you send the resume to a company, right? So the initial review of that resume would be done by a software, okay, an ATS software. So if you clear that software, then it goes to a human HR or somebody. It's not necessary that all the company follow this, but most of the companies in today's world does this. Okay, so it's very important for you to make your resume ATS friendly so that it clears the ATS verification or review. Okay, so that's the reason why we make our resumes ATS friendly. And if you go to Google and look for what is an ATS friendly resume, then it might give you the characteristics of ATS friendly resume. So let's see what they are. Okay, so what are the characteristics of ATS friendly resume? So in here you can see that an ATS friendly resume has following characteristics. One is keyword, which means that you need to add the relevant keywords which is in the job description into your resume so that it matches. So when the tool cross verifies, whatever keywords is there on the job description is matching your resume. So it's a clean go through to the next round, right? A next round meaning a human review. Okay, so you need to make sure that there are keywords there. Then format, so it must be very clear. That's the basic idea of ATS friendly resume, meaning it's very clear for somebody who's looking at the resume. There is no much of extra information which is not required, not relevant. Okay, you just have to make your resume highly relevant, that's all. And the content must be the tailor your resume to a job that you're applying for. I just told you some time back that the job description should match your resume so that the keywords, everything are there. That's how you do it. Then job title, all these things, structure. Then one thing which is not to be seen in here is that mostly when you create an ATS friendly resume, if it is in a Word format rather than being a PDF format, it would be highly effective, I feel. I heard it from an HR friend of mine. He said that if you are sending a resume in text format, meaning a Word format, it will be easy for the ATS software to analyze it. Because so when it is a PDF document, right, when the ATS software reviews that, it divides that PDF into multiple mini images, okay, and then it analyzes it. So instead of that, if it is a Word document, the software can directly take the whole content of the resume because it's already in the text format. Okay, so in today's video, what we are doing is that we are creating an ATS friendly resume. We are creating a very well clear resume which is following all these characteristics. But there is one thing, that is we are not making it into a Word format. The reason being, the tool which I'm using is allowing you to only export it into a PDF. But that's not a problem because we are making it as much as clear and simple as possible. It will be on point. When I show you, you will get an idea about what I'm talking. So let's start with it. So for creating this resume, I have already made a document of all the data so that I don't have to go and write it all again. So I have taken the summary, then the companies where I have worked on, then the education and the skills and certification. Only these details are required. So let's see how the tool for creating the resume is. So for that, we need to go to Google and search for Fang Path resume template. Okay, this is a tool which is going to make your resume creation completely easy. So yeah, this is it. And once you reach in here, you can see the sample template in here. This is exactly what we need to create now. Here you can see it's objective, education, skills, experience, leadership, extracurricular activities, and all that. We can remove the things which is not required. I'll tell you what is not required. Okay, so you click on open as template. Then it will ask you to log in. I have already logged into it. So this is the code for our resume, and this is the output. Okay, so here as you can see, we have objective that is required. Then we have education that is required, but I think we can bring it a bit down. Skills that is also required. We'll bring that also to the bottom. Then we have experience. I think after objective, it must be the experience, because we need to show the relevant things in the top, right? So objective, experience, then we can show the education and skills, all these things. And if we have any certifications, we can have that also in here. You don't have to, you need to make sure that you're not adding the date of birth, father's name, mother's name, address. You can just add your location and the country. That's enough. And you don't need any relevant things on your resume. The languages, because most of the jobs which you're applying for are for English itself, right? Then what's the point of adding Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, all these things? You don't need that. So that's how you should think. What are the things that is relevant for your resume when you're applying for a particular job? That's it. So let's start with it. Let's start by removing the things which we don't need. So projects, if you're a fresher, keep the projects, because when you're a fresher, you don't have experience, right? So that section will be completely empty. So your resume will be just having objective, education, skills, and certifications, right? So instead of the experience part, you can add projects there, and whatever project you have done, you just have to write that, then a short description of that. That's it. That's good enough for a fresher's resume. Okay, so here leadership is not required. So this section, you can see the end R section, right? I'll just remove that. Okay, so every time when you're making any changes, if you go to this recompile and click on that, you will see the output. Okay, I have just removed the, what did I just remove? Yeah, I just removed that part, and currently it's not in here. And even the extracurricular activities is also not required, so I'm just removing that also. And when I click on recompile, even the extracurricular activities are also gone, right? So now, okay, let's start with editing. Okay, so here you have the first name and last name, right? I'll just have a, I'm not using my actual name in here. I'll just use AG. Okay. If I recompile, you can see the name on top, right? Then I'll have my phone number added. This number most of you know, so no problem. Then the location, I'll write Bangalore, India, right? Then you have three things, which is your email address, your website, and your LinkedIn. Okay, so just edit that and create the thing. Okay, so alive with ag@gmail.com. Okay, so this can be your profile name, username, and then finally you can have your website also. So I'm just using alive with ag.com. So if you recompile, you will have all those details there. Now let's go to the objective part. So what is objective? Objective is where you add the summary of your whole career. If you are an experienced person, if you have 2-3 years of experience, what have you done in that 2 years, right? What are the, you can include the key keywords also in that, the key skills also in that. And if you're a fresher, you just don't make it very common. You use ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT in such a way that it gives you a summary for a fresher for this particular job. You just give the job title there and tell ChatGPT to be more human, more creative, and also make it more engaging. Because when you see a thing which is written by AI, you can make out it is 100% completely from AI. So you just tell ChatGPT to make it a little bit of, not little bit, make it human, like a human has written it. So you just have to write that there. So let me just take the summary which I have already written. So it's not exactly my whole thing, but yeah, it's mostly that I have written it as like 8 years of experience digital marketing. What are the tools I have covered? So for example, here if you see like Google Analytics, that was the previous one, then GA4 Adobe Analytics, then Shopify, Salesforce, the platforms which I worked, right? And also the paid tools like SEMrush, RF, Screaming Frog, Conductor, all these I have mentioned all that there. Okay, so now we need the uh, experience part, right? So we don't need the education and skills in here, we need the experience. Okay, so what we do, we copy the education section from here. Okay, and cut it, and after the work experience section is in here. Okay, so here we'll paste it and compile it. You can use Control plus S also for compiling. So as I see the after the objective, I can see the experience in here. It's changed to here, and then you have the education and skills. Okay, so let's write the experience part. Okay, so for writing that, you have your role in the top, then the year, then you have the company name, then just the location of the company, and after that you have three bullet points where you can make use of that by explaining very briefly like what you have done in that company. Okay, this is also a very good place where you can use the keywords from the job description. So the first company, so software, sorry, search engine optimization lead, so that's the role name, right? So I'll just paste that there. Then what is the date range? So date range, I'll add it in here. Then it's asking for the company name and the location. So I'll just have the company name as company name itself, and the location as India. Then you have 3 points, right? So here you can have more than three also, but I'll just use this one, three. So here is the item, I'll just paste it here. Then objective, I'll just align it properly. Yeah, I'll copy this one and paste it in the second point, then the third one. I have kept my camera in here. That's the reason why I'm not able to see the proper screen behind the camera. So sorry for that. So if I click on recompile, it gives you these details. So I think there is an extra bullet point in here. So that's how you do it. You recompile it and see if there is any mistakes on that, and you just rewrite it. So this one thing is done, right? So all you have to do now is like if you have worked in 5 companies, you just copy paste like 5 times. Like here it's only 2, right? I'll just paste it here, then enter paste. So when I recompile it, you can see 3 companies and their the data also. So I think I did not copy the uh, job role. Okay, so I'll just paste it here, even for this one, even for this one. So I click on recompile. So everywhere you have the job title, then the company name, year, location, and the details. I have actually prepared for all the companies, but you get the point, right? How it's done. So all you have to do for the next one is change the software. Sorry, not software. I don't know why I always am saying software instead of SEO. Maybe that's what I learned. So SEO, specialist, and the date will be changed, things like that. I mean, it's understood, right? So you click on that and the changes will be made in here. Just make sure that if there are 2 pages and you have your education in here, just make it into the uh, next page. That will look better. I don't know if it will work like this, but let's see. It's not working, but what you should do, you just copy this item, sorry, copy this item, and if you add one more bullet point there, okay, and recompile, you can get the education to the, oh, even then it's not working. I think I'll add it one more here. So the basic idea you get, right? So it should look very clean, that's all. uh, you see, when you're writing it, you will have a lot of data, right? For example, let me just take this one, this job thing, and I'm adding it here, and maybe here also I'll just add, because when you're writing it, you will have a lot to write actually. And even if you don't have much also, it will, the education section might be above it, so that's not a problem. So right now you can see the education has come down to here, right? So let's go to the education section, and I have done my BE computer science. I don't know why, but yeah, let's live with it. Okay, so here I'll just change it to, okay, so my university is Visvesvaraya Technological University, also known as VTU, and the time period you can write it in this. Okay, just compile it. Yes, with this one, relevant coursework is not required, and I have only one bachelor's degree. I have not done any masters, so even that's, this is good enough actually. So I think I have added one extra comma there. Yeah, now that looks perfect. So next one, we have the skill section, right? So here I have noted down a lot of skills that I have. So for example, Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, all these things, right? So here when you come to the skill section, it's asking, let's just remove all that, okay, and okay, I'm just copying this and seeing if it will make it into a bullet point. Okay, slash item. I think so. Let me just try. Okay, so I'll just remove these and copy this. Sorry, copy this and paste it again and again and see if it is working. If it is working, then we can do it that way. No, actually it's not. So let's see how that is done in here. Okay, so you need begin itemize also. Okay, got it. I think this should work. Okay, let's just remove all this, begin itemize, then I'll add the SEMrush, Google Search Console, all these. Okay, and let me try, copy pasting it to the bottom. Let me try removing this part, the tabular thing, because that might be the reason why it's creating like a table. Yeah, that works. So that's how it's done. And I can, I have all these skills in here which I've taken. I'll just copy paste in here. Okay, you can group the ones which is, relevant, which is supposed to be together and all that. So you can have multiple, the skills in here. Okay, let me try with multiple things. Yeah, so whenever you add a new skill there, it will be coming in the bottom. So what I had made the changes is that I have removed the tabular form or something. So that code was making it into a table, so I just removed it and changed it into itemize so that it will be in bullet points. And then we have projects, which is not relevant to us, but certifications are relevant to us. So I'll just change the projects to certification. Okay, then you can add multiple certifications which you have done, right? So for example, I have done digital advertising 101 from SEMrush, and if I'm doing it here, I just paste that there, and I'll remove all the extra things in here. Okay, I'll just remove all this, remove all this, even this. Okay, let me see if it is working. If not, we'll do the same thing what we have done on top. Yeah, this works. So here you can add all the certifications that you have. We compile. So I think that's it. This is exactly a simple ATS friendly website, sorry, resume will look like. We are done creating it, and once you're done, you just check for any mistakes or anything which you might have missed in between. So yeah, once you are done with all this, you have the download PDF option, and if you click on that, you will get the exact resume in PDF format. So that's how it's done. Please do update your resume in this format. It will be easy for the ATS software to analyze your resumes. So that's it. So that's how it's done. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.